Welcome to the next episode of A World of Good, the series Origin Stories. Gwen Johnson traveled with her family as a young child all throughout the United States and then had the opportunity to travel internationally as she went to college. She found a love for travel, and as she followed Christ, she found a call towards serving in cross-cultural ministry, even though her background wasn't in ministry. That call led her to live and serve in a number of countries and support the church around the world. Listen to Gwen's story.
I grew up in a Church of God family, third generation actually. My grandfather was a Church of God pastor. So I was in church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. And I grew up in a family, an extended family of educators. So my parents had at least 4 weeks off in the summer. So every summer we would take off after the swim meet championship finals and traveled the 48 contiguous United States. So I grew up with a love of travel. So when I went to Anderson College, I had the opportunity to go on 3 Tri-S trips. After the first 2, I started dating this guy named John Johnson who knew he wanted to be a missionary. I had no clue what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I knew that I wanted to follow Christ. And I knew that when I had been in Panama and Guatemala, I thought, I think I could live here and work. And then became engaged to John, and we went to Peru together on Tri-S 3 weeks before our wedding, and we did well together. And so before our first wedding anniversary, we ended up in Korea. But I really had no idea what I wanted to do when I grew up, and I didn't feel qualified to be a missionary because I did not preach or lead Bible studies and all that. I was a physical education major, but it took me probably several decades before I figured out that God created me to be who He wanted me to be. And as I look back, He used my gifts everywhere we went, even though I didn't feel qualified and I didn't look like a typical missionary and I didn't have Christian ed as a background. So that is my story, which is not the typical call to missions story.
Thanks for listening to A World of Good. A World of Good is a podcast production of Global Strategy and Church of God Ministries. Our theme song is Colorado by Leo Flores. If you want to join the conversation, visit us on Instagram, A World of Good Podcast, or visit our website, chogglobal.org/A World of Good. And join us next time as we share more stories of good from around the world.